What's up, everybody? It's Emily.
And Grandpa John.
I said what's up this time because my mom made fun of me because I go, hey guys, it's Emily. And she totally was making fun of me about it all night.
Your mom doesn't know any better. She's not a radio
and you know what I told her? I'm like, at least I could sit in front of the camera and do it.
That's right.
Oh, and this is Country Double Play, by the way.
Yeah. And we're a week behind again because we had another COVID scare.
Okay, well, it wasn't him. But
It wasn't me.
but
So,
we're all good.
we're all good.
Negatives.
Yep. But had to take care of it. Anyway, what are we doing this week?
Today, we're going to be listening to Phantom 309, right? I almost forgot what number it was. By Boxcar Willie and Red Sovine.
Yep. We were supposed to do this one last week, and since we had it planned, we were just going to do it anyway.
Oh, part of the spooky.
It was part of the spooky. And one of the reasons I picked Boxcar Willie.
I kept calling that a towel.
This is my autographed Boxcar Willie t-shirt.
Oh.
You can tell it's old because it's a large.
I was going to say, that is old.
So, yeah, my folks bought me that back from Branson, Missouri. So, anyway.
That was nice.
Yeah. So, let's go and learn. Cat's going crazy over in the corner.
You did a somersault.
Let's go ahead and
read all about it.
Read all about it.
Get your paper, read all about it.
Okay, Phantom 309 by Boxcar Willie and Red Sovine. Phantom 309 is a song written by Tommy Fail and released as a single by Red Sovine in 1967. It was a minor hit, peaking at number 9 on the Billboard magazine country chart. Other artists who have recorded Phantom 309 include Dave Dudley, Del Reeves, Ferlin Husky, and Boxcar Willie. Okay, and I picked Boxcar Willie because we're probably not going to do a lot of Boxcar Willie, but we've done some Dave Dudley already, and we'll probably do some Ferlin Husky. We've already done some Ferlin too. So anyway, let's get into it, and we will do Boxcar's version first. You guys
Vroom,
ready?
vroom. Get out your car.
I was out on the West Coast trying to make a buck. Things didn't work out, and I was down on my luck. Got tired of roaming and bumming around, so I started thumbing back east toward my hometown. Now I made a lot of miles the first 2 days, and I figured I'd be home in a week if my luck held out this way. But the third night out, I got stranded way out of town. At a cold and lonely crossroads, rain was pouring down. I was hungry and freezing and done caught a chill when the lights of a big semi topped the hill. Lord, I sure was glad to hear them air brakes come on. And I climbed in that cab where I knew it would be warm. At the wheel sat a big man, he weighed about 210. He stuck out his hand and said with a grin, "Big Joe's the name," and I told him mine. He said the name of my rig is Phantom 309. Well, I asked him why he called his rig such a name, and he said, "Son, this old Mac can put 'em all to shame. Well, there ain't a driver or rig running any line that's seen nothing but taillights from Phantom 309. Well, we rode and talked the better part of the night when the lights of a truck stop came in sight. He said, "I'm sorry, son, this is as far as you go, 'cause I've got to make a turn just on up the road." Well, he tossed me a dime as he pulled her in low and said, "Have yourself a hot cup on old Big Joe." When Joe and his rig roared out in the night, and nothing flat, he was clean out of sight. Well, I went inside and ordered me a cup and told the waiter Big Joe was a-setting me up. Oh, you could have heard a pin drop. It got deathly quiet. and the waiter's face turned kind of white. Well, did I say something wrong? I said with a halfway grin. He said, nah, this happens every now and then. Every driver in here knows Big Joe. But son, let me tell you what happened about 10 years ago. At the crossroads tonight where you flagged him down, there was a busload of kids a-coming from town. And they were right in the middle when Big Joe topped the hill. It could have been slaughter, but he turned his wheels. Well, Joe lost control and went into a skid. Gave his life to save that bunch of kids. There at that crossroads was the end of the line for Big Joe and Phantom 309. But every now and then some hiker will come by, and like you, Big Joe will give him a ride. Here, have another cup and forget about the dime. Keep it as a souvenir from Big Joe and Phantom 309.
Okay, and next, the king of the trucking songs, Mr. Red Sovine.
Yeah, go with what?
Trucking songs.
Why did you say that so many times?
So you understood I said truck.
No, I know. I know you said. Okay, just get on with it.
I was out on the West Coast trying to make a buck, and things didn't work out. I was down on my luck. Got tired of roaming and bumming around, so I started thumbing back east toward my hometown. Made a lot of miles the first 2 days, and I figured I'd be home in a week if my luck held out this way. But the third night, I got stranded way out of town. At a cold, lonely crossroads, rain was pouring down. I was hungry and freezing, done caught a chill, when the lights of a big semi topped the hill. Lord, I sure was glad to hear them air brakes come on. And I climbed in that cab where I knew it'd be warm. At the wheel sat a big man. He weighed about 210. He stuck out his hand and said with a grin, Big Joe's the name. I told him mine. And he said the name of my rig is Phantom 309. Well, I asked him why he called his rig such a name. He said, son, this old Mac can put 'em all to shame. There ain't a driver or a rig a-running any line that's seen nothing but taillights from Phantom 309. Well, we rode and talked the better part of the night when the lights of a truck stop came in sight. He said, I'm sorry, son, this is as far as you go, 'cause I got to make a turn just on up the road. Well, he tossed me a dime as he pulled her in low and said, have yourself a hot cup on old Big Joe. When Joe and his rig roared out into the night, in nothing flat, he was clean out of sight. Well, I went inside and ordered me a cup. Told the waiter Big Joe was setting me up. Oh, you could have heard a pin drop. It got deathly quiet, and the waiter's face turned kind of white. Well, did I say something wrong? I said with a halfway grin. He said, no, this happens every now and then. Every driver in here knows Big Joe. But son, let me tell you what happened about 10 years ago. At the crossroads tonight where you flagged him down, there was a busload of kids a-coming from town. And they were right in the middle when Big Joe topped the hill. It could have been slaughter, but he turned his wheels. Well, Joe lost control, went into a skid, and gave his life to save that bunch of kids. And there at that crossroads was the end of the line for Big Joe and Phantom 309. But every now and then, some hiker will come by, and like you, Big Joe will give him a ride. Here, have another cup, and forget about the dime. Keep it as a souvenir from Big Joe and Phantom 309.
Ah.
I was only joking.
Oh, thank God.
Ouch. Sorry, I got a leg cramp. Okay. What did you think about that one? It wasn't really a song.
No, that's not. Well, because I didn't really want to be mean. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but
You didn't like it?
I felt like it was really, really slow. I feel like it would be different if they did, okay, if they were like talking, then singing, then kind of talking again, like the other songs.
A lot of Red Sovine songs are like this. He does one called Teddy Bear, and if that one doesn't make you cry, nothing will. He does Roses for Mama and Little Rosa, and it's just a bunch of different songs. And all of his are mostly talking songs. He sings a few of them. Anyway, I've always liked Red Sovine. But yeah, Boxcars, he's kind of a cover artist. He just does other people's stuff, but he's been around a long time.
Okay, if I did have to pick one or the other, I'd pick Red Sovine.
Yeah, I'd say so, yes. Yeah, he's actually got a really neat voice, I think. It's very distinct. But anyway, so that was that. Let's see. Yeah, next week next week I've already got that one picked out, and the week after that, so we're out for a couple weeks, like I said, of songs. One next week's an oldie, and then the one after that's not so old. I just found it. I'll talk more about it when we do it, but I really like it. It's not a brand new song, but it's a new song to me. I just literally found it like last week, maybe the week before, and I really like it. And when I found it, it was like, oh my God, please have a second version of it so we can do it on here. And I did. There's only 2 versions of it that I could find, so worked out really well. So what's next week? Week after that's Thanksgiving, right?
I don't know. I was about to look that up earlier.
Yeah, I think we got one more week. Yeah, I know we do. Next week's only.
Well, because today is the 5th.
There might be 2 more weeks.
I feel it's in the 20.
Yeah, it's like the 20. It's late for some reason.
I was gonna say the 27th.
That's what I was gonna say too. Anyway, so we'll have a couple more. We probably won't do one Thanksgiving. Too many people.
Obviously.
Over here. Yeah, we'll have a big old crowd. Unless we want to put my granddaughter on stage.
Well, I mean, we could do it in the morning.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or something.
We'll see how it works out. So hope everybody's being safe. Like I said, we've had our second scare. And it's part of working around a bunch of essential worker people. We gotta be out there amongst them. So, hey, pointy person, what should they do?
Okay, so right here, that was good too. There would be a
Country Double Play.
I don't know.
The little black circle says Country Double Play across.
Yeah. I keep wanting to say the C.
It had a C originally.
Yeah. To subscribe.
You can do it.
And then right here will be our last video.
And then
right here.
Oh man, you're good.
Throughout the whole video, you can click to subscribe. And we should get in the corner right there.
You should do the Price is Right.
No, I'm just kidding. There's nothing over there, but what was I gonna say? Make sure to hit the post notification bell and also comment down below which version is your favorite.
Yeah. We
always like to see everyone's opinions and suggestions.
We try to be nice too, because I watch.
We try to be nice.
Well, I mean, I watch a lot of videos where the first thing they say is, "Please hit the subscribe button." Well, you haven't watched the video yet. How do you know if you like it? At least we wait till the end to ask you to subscribe and like.
No, I know. Everyone's always like, "Hi, I'm so and so, blah, blah, blah. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's get started."
Mash the subscribe button. Mash the like button. That will help us out tremendously. Yeah. But so. Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of tailing off here a little bit. Starting to wonder.
Hey, we're still 100 going strong.
Yeah, we're Waiting for that one song to get you all excited again. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll find
it. Johnny Cash or Elvis.
Elvis. Hunka, hunka, burning love. Okay, guys. Like I said, be safe. Everybody take care of yourselves. And we will see you next week with another classic country double play. Bye.
I hate allergies.
Say goodbye to the nice people.
Goodbye, nice people.